Hello everyone and welcome back to more hardcore Minecraft. You might notice that there are some holes in the wall over here. That's because I've gone ahead and I've created the piston doorway, just like I said I was going to do. We've got the button over here where we push it, a few seconds pass, and then the pistons open up to reveal a passageway. Now, how does this work? Well, this is how. Behind the button, which is on that block there, I have a repeater going into a redstone dust trail, which you can probably just about see there, which feeds into this block. Currently, there's a redstone torch attached to this block, but when I push that button, this torch deactivates, which in turn then deactivates this entire redstone line. And the way this is currently set up with the two repeaters on the side here is it shuts off power to the central area first. Meaning that the two pistons in the middle here, well, four technically I guess, these four pistons here pull back these two blocks, and then a second later, the other sets of pistons, like these four on this side and then the four on the other side, they deactivate after that, and then they pull the blocks out to the side like that. That's pretty much how it works. It doesn't matter the order for when the power returns, because the central pistons become active when they pass underneath this collection of redstone dust there. Anyway, so that's how this works. So what I'm going to do is realize I don't actually have any of these blocks on me. But that's fine, because I can still, if I'm very careful, fix the rest of this hallway and swap out these stone blocks for granite. And then we can get things looking pretty good from there. There's also something else I want to show you while I'm down here. And that's the portal room. I said I was going to make it look better. And I like to think that I've succeeded in doing exactly that. I didn't mean to put that one there, that's fine. If you just bear with me for a moment, I need to put that button back so I can get out. I mean, I could just walk this way, but never mind, that's fine. I'll fix all this later. But yes, the portal room that's now currently behind me. I've been busy, and I was not even close to being happy with it being basically all stone. Here we go. So, I did a few things. I did some farming for different items, and I ended up creating this. This is my new portal room here. We've got some shroom lights from the nether, which I think kind of adds a nice effect to things. And then we have the standard color nether bricks, and then the red color nether bricks, which when you combine them together in this way, they look really good. It's really effective. I'm not sure what it would have looked like with the red bricks being on the walls and the purple being on the roof and the floor, but this way it is kind of nice having like a definite purple there, then maybe closer to brown kind of purple behind it. I think it's really good. I think it's a nice touch as well having soul lanterns instead of standard ones. I might try regular lanterns at some point to see what they look like, but I do enjoy the fact that they're currently hanging down from the ceiling. You know, not really close to anything, but I do like this room. I do like what I've done with it. The only issue is the other side of the portal still looks as boring as ever, and I need to fix that, but that's not the main reason why we are here. No, there are two things I want to do here. First of all, well, one of the things, rather, is I want to build the kelp farm here in this episode, but there's something else I need to do first. Those of you who have keen eyesight may have noticed that my pickaxe is in a very, very dire situation. Don't mind the mess. I'm currently trying to sort everything out, which is taking longer than I thought. We have a very, very sick pickaxe, and I need to get that taken care of. I'm sure I had... Ah, paper. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I need to go and get that taken care of. Because, you see, I do believe that I have enough emeralds. If I can remember where I've put them. There we go. To go and buy mending that we can then attach to something. And I really hope I've got enough experience levels for this. Because if I don't, that's going to be slightly embarrassing. But we're going to go ahead. And we're going to go. And just casually walk past this extra sugarcane I've got here. Listen. It was taking a while, okay? The farm that I built in the basement, while good, was taking a bit too long for my liking. So I kind of had to expedite the process here. That's going to go away eventually. Because I've been told that I could have just made a Fletcher and traded sticks for emeralds, which would have been infinitely quicker. But never mind, we're here now. So, we have enough paper to get our 32nd emerald. I'm pretty sure I've been saying diamond forever, but you know what I mean, hopefully. I'm going... I need a book as well. I I can't just click that, because I need a book. Alright, listen, I'll be back. I didn't think about that part. Ah, book. Perfect. I'd like to say I planned that, but I really didn't. It was just luck that I had a book left over from previous escapades. Mending. Thank you very much for that. Okay, here we go. 1 diamond pickaxe. And mending. 17! Oh, that's close. That's close, but we have it now. We have it. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do... I'm pretty sure I can just head up here. I could use my mob farm. And I believe if what I've been told is correct, I can just hold it in my offhand while I kill things. And then the experience will transfer to it instead of me. This might take a while. Okay, so change of plan. It's currently dark. And I've thought of another way I can do this. You see, mining quartz also gives you experience. So one thing I can try is I can stack all of these up, like I have done before. Making sure there's no creepers anywhere near me. We're fine, we're okay. Is I can just stack these up, and then I can use my other pickaxe, which doesn't have silk touch, to mine these out. And hopefully, I can get the experience that way. Okay, we are now out of nether quartz. We have our 2 pickaxes with mending on. We're going to just dual wield this, and we're going to hopefully repair both of them at the same time. Let's see how this goes. So in theory, I should get no experience from this at all. So we're repairing my main pickaxe first, the one I'm actually using to mine these blocks. And then once that's fully repaired, it should switch over to my diamond pickaxe and start repairing that. Although I'm noticing it's taking a lot of experience to actually do this. So I may need to go back and kill things in my mob farm after all. It's going up! It's working! Oh, this is fantastic. This is amazing. Not as much as I would have liked to see it go up by, but the fact that this works is good enough for me. And now that it's daylight, I can go and do this properly. That sounds like a lot of things that want to help me repair my pickaxe. Let's see how this does. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Just look at that. It's at half already. It's gone from almost broken to half durability. I mean, sure, we did most of that with the nether quartz blocks, but still. This is amazing. Look, I don't need a third cat. I don't need a third one. I've already got an upstairs cat and a downstairs cat. I don't need a third one. I really don't. Let's go and build this kelp farm. Now, I'm not going to time-lapse this one in the same way I did with the sugarcane farm over here. I'm going to actually go ahead and commentate this one, because I'm going to explain how it works. So I now have everything that I need to make this kelp farm, except for the kelp itself. But that's fine, because I can get that later. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just build the rest of it that I can actually do. And the first thing we're going to do is put the soul sand into the floor like this. Now, you don't need 2 rows of soul sand. I think you can get away with 1 at the front, but it looks better if there is 2. You know, with the whole uniform matching floor kind of thing that I got going on here. And then after this, I need to dig out some of this wool, because I need to put redstone into it. The first thing we're going to do is put the pistons in, because then we have a good starting point. Now, we don't want to put the pistons on the ground there, because that will remove all of the kelp, and we don't want that. We just want to remove everything from block number 2 upwards, because then that means that we can just let the kelp grow as normal. Now, once we've done with that, we need to dig behind the wall. How many blocks am I going to need? Let's go 2 to give ourselves some room to work with. I want the observers to be at that level there. So that is 1, including the piston. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks up, including the pistons. That's better. That's better. That's where I need the observers to go. So I'm going to have to, for now at least, just come all the way across here. But I don't want to go right up to the wall. So I think that's it. I think that's as far as I need to go on this side. Perfect. And then I just need to do the same thing on this side. And that should be that. Let me just go and double check real quick. There we go. That's perfect. The observers can go there, wherever I put them. Oh, they're already on the bar. Excellent. The observers can go there. And then I just need to wire up all of the redstone behind the scenes. 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we can go back and check that this is perfect. Okay, so that's done. Now we need to just wire up the redstone. So we should be able to start from here. Just connect all of these up. It doesn't matter. Now at this point, this is where it deviates from the sugarcane farm slightly, because I'm going to drop in the middle 3, 4, 5, 6. This one here down to there, so it's equidistant from both sides. Which means that's going to be at worst a signal strength of 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, so I got a bit to play with. Then from here, I can start dropping it down to there, to there. Now, I need it to be on the same level as this block here, so I could drop it down 1 more. And then at this point, we're fine, because all I have to do is dig everything out on top of these pistons. And then here I can put the repeater. And then I can just siphon it off on top of all of the pistons there. And that should work. Because that's 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Perfect. Perfect. This works. In theory. I just need to test it, of course, by the very scientific method of putting a block in front of the observer. Now, I didn't see it, but I heard it. So that's good enough for me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the redstone side done. Now for the non-redstone side. So this is going to be a little bit trickier, but it should still be okay. I'm going to have to, first of all, pad up the sides here. And I'm debating whether or not to have glass from the very beginning. Or if I should just save my polished diorite for the sides and have glass be the entire front. I'm going to use glass and see what that looks like. And I know that it's going to be strange, considering I've blocked off the sugarcane, but I'm considering not doing that with the kelp. And honestly, I'm starting to have second thoughts about this, but until I build it, I'm not really going to know what it'll look like, you know? So while I have this 1 block high, I need to make myself an infinite water source really quickly. 1, 2, I mean, that'll work. Perfect. And here we go. This is the wonders of soul sand in water. It just likes throwing you up. I could have said that better. I could have said that in a much better way. But look, listen, you know what I mean. It kind of pushes you skyward. And that's exactly what we are going for here. I just need to make sure that as I'm going up, I go back in and I refill the current level of water that we are on. Because every single water block here needs to be a source block. Which is incredibly difficult to do as you go up. But that should be okay there. That's fine. And the reason every water block needs to be a source block is because bubbles don't appear on non-source blocks. So, like, if I was to do that, for instance, and just ruin that torch, that's fine. On all of these running ones here, if there was soul sand underneath, bubbles wouldn't form. It wouldn't form. Only on that 1 block that I placed. So I went to get myself some kelp, and while I was out, I thought it best if I also got myself the hoppers that I mentioned, as well as everything else I need to actually finish this build. So now we're at the top. We're not going to be filling the entire section out like we have been with every other level up to here. Instead, we're only going to be putting water in front of the observers here. Because we want to create a system where the water flows towards the front. So we're going to just finish doing this all the way across. And it is kind of annoying that every time we do this, it triggers the pistons. I forgot we actually had some things growing there. It triggers the pistons every time we do this. But that should be that. Now, at this point, I need to replace this top layer of glass with the hoppers. But because of the way hoppers work, I need to work backwards. I need to start at the end point for all of the kelp and work my way up to there. So I'm going to come back down here, pick up this kelp that's flown up and over. And we do have some pieces that are stuck there, but that's okay. It's just the nature of things, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and put these 2 chests here. We're going to put them side by side. So that's where things are going to lead into. We're going to put... Where'd the hoppers gone? There we go. Hopper, furnace, coal. Perfect. So we're going to jump, press shift, and then place a hopper on top of there. So that now leads into this chest. And then we're going to do the same thing with the furnace. Jump, shift, click. And now that hopper is underneath this furnace, so anything that gets smelted or burned here will immediately go down into that chest, similar to how it is upstairs currently. And from this point, we get rid of you, and we just keep doing this and replace this entire row with hoppers, like I said. I should have used my Silk Touch axe for that. So once again, we come over here and we work backwards from the hoppers. So we hold shift, click, and then we just come all the way back here so that every single hopper is connected. And I'm going to have to put a glass block there just so I can complete everything on this side. Perfect. There we go. Now this technically is complete, but as we've already seen, sometimes the kelp just goes up and over and lands on the floor. We don't really want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to use the rest of the glass that I have and build a sort of almost like a containment system, as it were. So I need to put glass here, first of all. And then we're just going to have to block in everything here. The idea being, of course, that if any kelp does get thrown up and out, it just hits the glass and drops down into the hoppers. At which point, we should be fine. I'm going to have to put you there. And then I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in one go, so maybe we're going to have to get a little bit fancy. And then I can just fall backwards from here, I believe. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just come out one more, complete that, get rid of you, and then you. Perfect. And that is essentially the very basics of the kelp farm completed. All we have to do at this point is wait for it to actually do something. I'm going to also relight this floor up. I need to fix this as well. Maybe I'll get some sea lanterns or something and just kind of dot them around the room, similar to how I've done with the portal room in here with the shroom lights. Now I can use the leftover blocks here to fill this in. Like so. And you wouldn't even know there was a door there, would you? You wouldn't even know unless you hit this. Ah, perfect. Although there is one thing that does honestly kind of not annoy me, but I might need to fix at some point later. You come down the center stair here, right in the middle, and you'd expect the door to be here, wouldn't you? Problem. It's one block to the left. You'd think it'd be here, but I put it one block to the left. I need to move it across one block, but that's a thing I can do much, much later. For now, we're just going to go ahead and wait here to see if this actually works. We could be here for a while, so we're going to hit the fast forward button real quick. And that seemed to work. The furnace is lit, which means it's burning something. So let's go and see just how many we have. We got up to 20, 28, 29, 30 pieces of kelp. But that's not including the ones that have already passed through. Alright, it's just one so far. It's soon to be two. But still, I'd say that is a resounding success. It works. The hopper system functions well. I can't see any kelp stuck in those two top corners where I didn't put the glass. But even if it was, I could fix that easily enough. But this system works, and that's another farm we have. And once we have enough kelp in here, I can start making kelp blocks to put back into the system to use for fuel. The only thing I'm missing from here is a crafting bench that I can do everything here myself. So actually, I think I'm going to just go ahead and make one. And just put it right there. There we go. I can make this look better later. It's going to be one of those things again where now that I know the system works, I can maybe make this look good, replace the glass for diorite, you know, or just do something with it. Make it look better, because this looks good. This looks good. It's functional. You know, it's functional. But now I know that I can do whatever I can to fix it, make it look better. Make it look more presentable, essentially, in case I have visitors over at some point in time. But there we go. We have managed to successfully make another farm, and now because of this, we have an endless source of fuel with kelp, which I never thought I'd say, in all honesty. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.